Marvel Studios Animation, the animated 4-episode miniseries Marvel Zombies, https://www.film.com, Marvel Zombies, MCU heroes Blade Moon Knight together, explores a parallel universe where most of the characters from the Marvel Cinematic Universe exist, except many are zombies. Created by Mark Millar, Greg Land, and Robert Kirkman, the show draws from the same comic book series of the same name published in 2005, itself developed by Stan Lee. The Marvel Zombies comics were so popular that they spawned multiple sequels, including a bizarro titled Marvel Zombies vs. the Army of Darkness, which crossed over with Sam Raimi's 1992 horror slapstick film, Evil Dead. https://film.com/1437674 ranked. There was also a spin-off called Marvel Zombies Supreme, which changed the zombie formula by placing them in another universe where Nazi zombies won World War II. However, the zombie virus in the Marvel Zombies comics differs from the typical zombie tropes we see in traditional movies. https://www.film.com/58771, the best zombie movies of all time. Marvel zombies do indeed have a hunger for human flesh, and they become feral when hungry. But once they've eaten, they return to their ordinary cells, though their bones still rot. In 2015, Stan Lee, who had stepped away from Marvel Comics by then, was interviewed by Seattle Magazine, https://seattlemag.com/food-and-culture/Stan Lee Zombies Spider-Man and Superhero Got Away, to discuss the concept of zombies. The interviewer asked him if Marvel would ever launch a straight-up zombie superhero. It seems the interviewer either forgot or didn't know that Marvel had already released multiple zombie-oriented comics back then. Lee appeared to have forgotten this, though it was understandable because he had left behind his role in Marvel's publishing practices. Lee admitted to struggling with the idea of a zombie in general. He saw a zombie as too elated to focus on eating people's brains. Instead, he believed that if someone had come back to life after death, they'd be so happy they'd live again, making them less likely to kill others. Stan Lee thought that the undead wouldn't want to kill anyone. While he retired from direct involvement with Marvel Comics in 2015, people still asked him about the company's future or what stories he might write. But when Seattle Magazine asked him about exploring more zombie superheroes, he offered a thoughtful take. "I don't know, 'cause I'm not involved anymore. They may well. I have a funny feeling about zombies. I figure that whole concept is wrong. Because I think if anyone was dead and came back to life, he'd be so happy he's living again, he wouldn't want to kill anyone." A party zombie sounds fun, but Lee also pointed out that if a zombie were resurrected, acknowledging the fact would make them less likely to act violently. Even though Lee did not address the character diversity within Marvel's history, he created a character named Zombie way back in 1953 for Atlas Comics, a direct predecessor to Marvel. This character, known as Simon Garth, was later resurrected under the Marvel banner in 1973. More recently, in 2001, Ecstatix's Dead Girl was part zombie and ghost, showing that Marvel's history includes both undead and zombie characters. And even superheroes who died mysteriously were resurrected, adding to the rich tapestry of Marvel's undead lore.